Crimsons this afternoon. Andrew DeGennaro working towards midfield here against Mitchell Myers, and we are ready to go here in Hanover. As you see the flakes flying here in New Hampshire's Upper Valley. Game time temp just north of freezing at about 34 degrees right now, as we are set to get this one started between Harvard and Dartmouth. The league opener for the Big Green here, and a face-off controlled back by Mitchell Myers, one of the top draw men, not just in the Ivy League, but the country. Gives the first possession of the game here, as we ready for our second face-off of the day here at midfield between Myers and DeGennaro. DeGennaro at 44.3% on face-off so far this season, coming in. Myers at 66.2. I take that one. That's Matt Barraco that won that face-off there for the Crimson that time. Now the Crimson moving with some paces. Another draw coming up at midfield. Barraco working here against Myers. Foul whistle down that time against Dartmouth. Chance now for the Crimson to try and get their first tally on Dartmouth, but Malone's 11th of the year, coming off a hat trick against Boston University, has cut that Big Green lead in half. Again at midfield, it's going to be Matt Barraco working on the face-off here against Mitchell Myers. Myers just 3 for 8 on face-offs in that game against Hampton this past Tuesday. There's one bright spot coming out of the Big Greens game against UNC. A couple of days before, it was Myers in the face-off circle, and violation whistle down here against Myers, and possession will come here to the Crimson. It comes into who can force their will in this game. Dartmouth wants to be a little bit more intentional when they have the ball offensively. Another face-off win here for the Crimson. They'll feed to Andrew O'Barry. Run some new personnel on and look for their go back to midfield here to work against Mitchell Myers. Face-offs 4-1 in favor of the Crimson at the end of one quarter of play. The primary face-off man have been Andrew DeGennaro coming into today, but Barraco, the first year out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, has come in, and another draw is going to be won. Carried forward here by Chase Yeager. Fed over onto the far side. Trouble with the catch over there initially by Malone. Now works towards the front, and what a score! Teddy Malone regathers, swims his way to the front of the net, and notches the hat trick here, and gives the Crimson their first lead of the afternoon. Scoops it off the deck, is able to swim his way past Rosati. Pushes it in past Morrell. 3 straight goals now scored by the Crimson as they take their first advantage here in Hanover today. Harvard wasting no time. The goal coming just 13 seconds into the start of the quarter. Face-off won back here by Myers. Malone, though, with the hat trick here today, had a hat trick against Boston University. The game that came a week ago against Brown. Myers and Barraco. Myers is going to be thrown out of the face-off again. Second straight game with a multi-goal effort. Third multi-goal game of the season for the senior out of Merrick, New York. Big Green looking for a face-off win. Ball kicked ahead. Still loose on the deck and scooped up by Campese. Knocked out of his cross. Loose at the line. Taken away by Johnston. Johnston trying to run out of the fray. 17 goals or more, the most recent being this past Tuesday against Hampton. It's the first time they've done so in a season. That's 3 games of 17 goals or more since 1996. Stalemate on the draw here. Myers and Barraco working against one another. Face-off so far 6-3 in favor of the Crimson. Neither man giving an inch right now. Loose on the deck. They're going to say it was covered by Myers. Excuse me, covered by Barraco, excuse me. So possession will come here to the Big Green. For the Crimson first year. Other Harvard tally goes to Miles Bacchus. 3 goals on the board for the Big Green. 1 for Nate Davis, 2 for Tommy Rogan. Another face-off will be controlled here by the Crimson. Of course, as we say that, it turns over to Rogan. Tries to spin his way through a pair of Crimson shirts. Loses the ball on the turf. Still loose there. Being fenced for No one wants the seam to grab it, and finally Charlie Muller will scoop it and take it away. The first year out of Chevy Chase, Maryland, a top 30 recruit coming into this early on in half number 2. Goal number 19 of the season for King. Was third overall in total goals coming into today. And our face-off controlled here by the Crimson's Matt Barraco. He's had a good day at midfield so far. Their advantage as large as it has been here today, as it now stands at 4. Violation off the face-off whistle down here against the Crimson. Dartmouth back to within 3. Goal coming just 29 seconds after the last score for the Crimson. Myers now with a face-off control, and he'll bring it ahead. Lost the ball out of the cross momentarily. Pressure coming from the backside. He's able to get it away now to Rowe. Barraco coming into today, taking just 46 face-offs on the season so far. That's his 14th draw of the afternoon and his 10th win. Pass though, errant coming back, scooped off the deck and taken away by Gogan. Spoke too soon though, as Gogan couldn't get it cleanly. Now Gogan's got it, but he's in a thicket of bodies. Somehow is able to work and get it to... Myers and Barraco again defense. Barraco again comes away with it cleanly. 5th ground ball of the afternoon for Barraco coming off that as well. One other Ivy League contest that has gone final today. The Tigers of Princeton all over Yale this afternoon. 23-10 the final in that one. Yale dropping to 0-2 so far in the Young Ivy slate. Myers, midfield. They don't know where the ball is. It's still loose. Campese comes in after it, and now it's going to be taken away by Barraco. Barraco carrying it in. Barraco firing towards net. Morrell makes the save. Out with it quickly. Forward to Max Latour. Left over. Thomas Vander. The game was 2-2 at the end of one. 5-3 at the half in favor of the Crimson. Now 9-5 here, Harvard, as we get ready to make the turn for home. 18th face-off of the afternoon. So far, 12 have gone to the Crimson, but not this one here. This has been the area that's been problematic for Dartmouth this afternoon. Just 12 for 22 on clears here today. A little bit, almost worked to his advantage there for McGill. Now face-off. One forward by Myers, but he can't control. Now a race coming back to the ball. Latour able to get to it and win possession for the Big Green. Footing's going to become important here. It's been off and on a mix between. Now a critical face-off coming up here at midfield. And Mitchell Myers comes back with a critical win for Dartmouth. Flag will fly again. Big Green already operating on a man up. 3 straight goals scored by the Big Green here to open things up in the 4th quarter. Another critical draw. Ball loose on the deck. Barraco lost his stick in the ground. Offside, I think, whistled down there against Harvard. And possession will come back to the Big Green. Back early on in the 2nd quarter. Fight off the draw. Ball loose. Players hitting the turf. Push will be called here against the Big Green. The goal wins. Myers and Barraco again on the face-off. Myers 9 for 22. Barraco 13 for 21 here today. Myers pulls it back, and Myers wins the draw. Myers brings it across the restraining line. It's into the cross now of Rogan. He scored the first goal of the game here for the Big Green.